And here I am, sitting in my solitude. Hey y'all, it's Arnetta. Let's talk about it. It's a lot going on. Good stuff though, good stuff. And boy, is it a lot to take in. And that's why I choose solitude every single time. So you have some people, they'll be like, oh, why are you choosing to be lonely? Why are you choosing to isolate? Me personally, I don't look at it from that perspective. I don't feel isolated. I don't feel lonely. I'm just in a space of solitude where it's me, myself, and I. And that's okay. A lot of people don't agree with that, but hey, I'm doing this for myself anyway, right? Anyways, I'ma always choose solitude. And I do so just because being a musician is just a lot of things going on at the same time. The emotions are high, as I already said, between traveling the world, touring, networking, meeting so many different people. It's a very social career to be a musician. Me personally, I'm an introverted individual, so being in social environments, I gotta put on my networking hat, and there are times when my social battery be like, sis, you need to chill. But I push through it. The last thing I'm gonna do is wear myself out, and also, again, I want to feel the moments where I'm really on a high, like feeling good. So I'ma always choose solitude. Okay. So with being a musician, or just with being a person, there's just always something going on. Being an adult, there's always something going on. It's not to say like that's a bad thing. Shoot, it could be good stuff going on too. Like I said, I got a lot of great things happening in my life right now. I honestly cannot complain at all. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, with being a musician, a trumpet player, it's just with the gigs, and if I'm not playing a show or on the road, I'm working on music either for myself or a client. I'm teaching lessons. It's just so much that's under the umbrella of expectations. And there are times where, honestly, even if it's all good stuff, that might become a little overwhelming. And if it's not overwhelming, there are times where I'm sitting there and I start to feel like I'm just going with the motions. And then I tell myself, Dax, sis, you just did something major, and you didn't like react. And that's where I have to take a step back and be like, hold on. Let me embrace that. I need to feel that moment. I need to feel that moment where I just did that thing, and I need to, you know, be like, yeah, sis, yeah, Arnetta, good job. Because sometimes just being in this constant flow, stuff just starts flying by you, and it just be like that. So when I put myself in a space of solitude, I'm able to reflect. Being in a space where I can reflect with just me versus me, it's an amazing thing because I'm allowing myself to think freely and then hear my thoughts in a manageable way. Like, I'm the kind of person, I hear my thoughts all day, but they're like scattered. And I'm like, I can't even focus on one thought. But when I'm in solitude, it's like I hear all the thoughts, and then I could be like, okay, let's take that thought. Let's focus on that. What is that? That's a happy thought. Why am I having that happy thought? And then I can zero in on it. And it just feels good to be like, wow, I'm happy because of that. Like, to ponder on happiness, that is an amazing feeling. And again, I'm the kind of person, I struggle in that arena where I just be going with emotions, and I miss out on celebrating and being happy for myself sometimes. So solitude helps me do that. Again, I'm always choose solitude for my peace and happiness. Yes, there are also times where I like to figure out, what did I do to get there? Like, what happened? And when I try to dissect like the different choices I made, on a lot of things. I'm put in a space of gratitude. Like I'm just grateful to just say, wow, I might have slipped up, but look at where God allowed me to still be. Solitude does that for me, where I'm just like right now, you just end up at a loss of words because you just think about different things that have happened, different choices you made, different people you came across, different situations that were out of your control that just ended up working out. And all I could do is say, thank you, God. I am so big on gratitude, and being in this space, it just allows me to reflect on the things that people did for me that they didn't have to do. The grace I had with myself that I didn't have before. There would be times where I'll talk to myself where I'll be like, oh my gosh, you suck. You got to do better. And now I'm at a space where I'm just like, it might not have went perfect, but you gave it your best shot. You learned something. You learned something from that. So you're good, sis. You're good, sis. Another thing that I love to embrace is my boost in creativity. I know somebody might be like, you're a musician, you're always creative. Yeah, but there are times where stuff just it just don't be clicking, y'all. It don't be clicking. I be going to write songs and I be like, uh nothing comes up. Or I'll go to record horns on somebody's track and I'm like, I can't think of a line. But man, when I'm in my space of solitude, it's like stuff just boom, boom, it just starts going. It's like my mind is just a magnet for ideas. And the kind of person I am, like I said, I play the trumpet. So yes, my love and my joy is in creativity. So when those dry moments happen, ooh, it be the Sahara out this joint, okay? But that boost in creativity is amazing. I found myself reading a lot of books, a lot of books, a lot of books. And it just opened me up to many different perspectives on thought patterns and different ways to approach life. I'm a self help book girly. And from there, I just found myself inspired. And you know, when you're inspired, you just be like, it's like the floodgates open. Boom, I found myself writing more songs, being inspired to do more content and sit in front of the camera like I am right now, journaling more, stuff like that. So the creativity just said, woo, through the roof. Absolutely amazing. And with that, I like felt a recharge. You get like this it's like somebody put a battery in your back and you just go from huh to whoa. That's exactly how it feels. It's like you just get that boost back. Because like I said, things can get overwhelming without you even realizing it. By the time you do realize it, you feel like you almost about to drown. But just that feeling of just like, okay, I could take a deep breath and feel good. It's just that sense of relief, that weight off your shoulders. And that's again, and that's why I'm gonna always choose solitude. Now I said this a couple minutes ago. I'm the kind of person, my mind be racing. The thoughts just be huh, huh, huh. As a creative individual, a whole trumpet player, musician, 24 hours around the clock, okay? It's just boom, boom. But when I recharge, I'm able to reel it on in, reel it on in. I was chatting with a friend of mine and they asked me, they said, Arnetta, what is one of your strengths? And I said, you know what? One of my strengths is that I'm very ambitious. I'm always going to have an idea. Always. And then they said, okay, cool. They were like, what's one of your weaknesses? And I was like, I'm very ambitious. And we just laughed because I'm like, yeah, my ambition is a strength and a weakness. And it's a strength because just to even have the desire and the thought and the gall to just and the nerve to just have all these random ideas and be like, let's do this, and then draw the whole blueprint for it is absolutely amazing. Like, that gotta be a skill. That gotta be a skill or something. The weakness part comes in being I'll have these ideas, have a whole blueprint, have a whole plan for them, zero execution. Like, the execution be out the window. And when I'm in a space where I'm able to reflect, recharge, and have my creativity boosted, all those things come together so that I'm able to organize my ambitions. Yes, I'm that person. I gotta organize them. Because if I don't, I will literally have a whiteboard filled, stacked with so many ideas, and literally none of them will get done. Um, I was scrolling on social media and I stopped at this video, and there was this lady on there, and she was just like, "So you know what your problem is? You got too much going on. You got all these different ideas when you need to just focus on one. You need to just do one thing, start it, plan it, execute it." And I was like, "Tag sis, lower your voice. Why you gotta scream?" And I just clicked out of my phone and I was like, "Yep, let me get to it. Let me get to it." When I'm in my space of solitude, like I said, I'm able to reel it on in. I'm able to snatch different thoughts and ideas and organize them and say, okay, today we're going to work on that one thing. And then boom, once I get started, it's like the wheels slowly start turning. I'm in a flow. And then I just feel centered. I just feel centered. It's like essentially I find myself. That is an amazing feeling. Sorry to the people that think that's lame or weird or whatever. And I know somebody will be like, who would say that? Y'all, I tried to explain my solitude to somebody one time and it just went left. Yeah, to just find yourself in the midst of everything going on. Top tier feeling, highly recommend. As a musician, as an artist, just finding yourself, being centered with yourself, and being able to like yourself. That's major. That's major. We're interacting with all these different people. Like I said, there's a lot of networking. When we pick up our instruments and perform, what's in here is coming out through our instruments. To put on a false personality, that takes so much work. That's so tiring. But when you choose solitude every single time, you learn to feel that feeling. Those feelings of, it's just me right now in the park. I don't like this. Let me go somewhere and or latch onto a friend or get on social media and post something so I can get some attention. It's like you'll feel that. And the point is when you feel that, you have to accept that about yourself and then just fix it. Like just fix it. It's totally fine to be aware of things that make you uncomfortable. It's totally fine because then you can just work through them. So I also do a lot of speaking engagements, different colleges, schools, and people are asking for advice. The topic is music, but most times it's about how they can navigate their lives. You have to be very sound with your answers. And the last thing I want to do is project onto somebody and give this take that's just not from a centered space. So yeah, some people look at it as loneliness. Some people look at it as isolation. I look at it as finding myself, finding my peace, learning and relearning how to love myself and be happy with who I am. And in the midst of it all, having gratitude for everything. And next thing you know, when you leave your space of solitude, you are you as you are and loving it and able to just receive everything that's coming to you in the most perfect way. So, like I said, I'm gonna always choose solitude every single time. It feels good when you actually like who you are.